Welcome to Beyond the Label podcast by the Blue Journal, where we are not defined by labels or society. Prepare to be inspired by guests who went on a non-traditional path, career choices, living abroad, relationships, self-exploration, and more. This is a safe space to be yourself unapologetically with no limits to what we can achieve. Hi everybody, welcome back to Beyond the Label podcast. This is your host Leanne, and for those of you who do celebrate, Happy Chinese New Year. This time is all about new beginnings, rebirth, and possibilities, unlimited possibilities for you to really become anything that you want, not defined by your past, by where you're from, by your family, by your background, none of that. You have the choice to choose the life that you want, and I'm really excited for you to join us today to listen to another inspiring story of an amazing individual who did exactly that. Identify his own life purpose, not letting the past affect his future, and holding on to his goals to truly make them happen. Before we begin this episode, please go follow our Instagram page at The Blue Journal, and any type of support is greatly appreciated here. Please subscribe, rate, comment, and go to our Buy Me a Coffee page to support us for a small donation for the cost of a cup of coffee to support what we're doing here. So this episode I actually recorded a while back with someone I met online. I saw some of his work as a lifestyle coach, as a personal trainer. He's one of the best in Bangladesh, and he's worked with top performers all over the world and trained beauty pageants like Miss Earth Bangladesh in 2020. So let's all welcome Tanvir Hassan from Bangladesh, and let's get started to the interview. Thank you so much for being here today. To kickstart the interview, I just want to ask, because you have a lot of roles right now, right? Like as a personal trainer, a lifestyle coach, and you also have your own fitness academy. How do you manage all that?
And that's a good question. So it's all about life management. No, a lot of people will say it's a time management. I would say it's a life management because I love my work so much. I love what I do, and this is my passion. I love taking care of myself. I love taking care of others. When you love something so much, you will always have time for all those things, right? So time is not even an issue, and energy is not even an issue here. So this is all about my vision, my goal, and where I want to be, how many people I want to help. So I am working as a personal trainer. I'm also a lifestyle coach. Also, I'm consulting other fitness coaches from different parts of the world to build their business and become professionally successful.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of different job titles. How do you manage all that? Do you have a very strict timetable, or how do you do it?
All right. So the way I manage my time is I set priorities for the things I that's really important for me. All right. So the first thing I do. So this is all about like building habits. So this is what I believe. So I believe that our success in life, our the where we are right now is a reflection of our habits. It's a reflection of our lifestyle. I have built a pretty good habits to work like I worked on myself for a long time, and so I prioritize few things. First I prioritize myself, my health and well-being, and then I prioritize the people I work with. All right, and all else is secondary for me. So this is what I'm most passionate about. So I try to wake up early in the morning, and I start from myself. I have a morning ritual set in place that I do every single day. That's where I attack myself. And so I finish all the important and hard things first in the morning. Then I go on and start helping my clients, my people, and that's all about. And Because of I am a health and fitness coach, I always try to take care of my energy and well-being. That's where this source of energy comes from. So I think it's more of a, as I've said, that is life management. It's more like, I can say in another way, it's a energy management. If I found out that if I can do the hard things, the things that sometimes we procrastinate, if we can do all these things in the beginning of our day, we have a lot of times in our hand to like do the secondary or not so important things later on in our day. I have a pretty good working schedule, and so I'm still trying to perfect my work ethic. So it's not perfect yet, but I'm trying to go there. Yeah, so when I'm working with people like my clients or other fitness coaches, I am accountable to all these people so that I can serve all these people. So that's how I manage my time actually, if you ask me. It's all about building habit.
No, I love that because I've never heard about this idea before that it's actually energy management. Because the whole day you're just using your energy in different areas, and how you manage that is so important to your productivity and to your well being.
Absolutely. So I work with lots of high performers in the industry, and they're really, really busy. So I have found out from my experience with working with people that the people don't actually struggle with time management. They all struggle with priority management. So they set their priorities in a way. Sometimes that's not good for them. That's not good for their business. That's not good for their family. And that's what's most important in our life, right? That our family, our health. And like sometimes we beat around the bush and trying to manage other people's concerns, not our own concerns. When a people get burned out, right? And that's when like when our productivity decreases and our physical and mental health decreases.
How do you really manage your energy? Do you have more tips on how you do that? Because I think, like, I want to. I struggle so hard to stay positive all the time, and I want to be my best throughout the whole day, but that's impossible because you get tired throughout the day. Do you have any tips on this?
The best way to manage your energy is to become completely like living a stress-free life. I don't try to take a stress any parts of my life, especially my work. Yeah, there will be definitely some good stress there. I enjoy that good stress, but sometimes people like lost a lot of energy, like worrying about the things that don't actually matter in life. If people are really stressed about like everything in their life, you will never have energy for the things that's really important. The best way to take care of a stress, that is become more mindful about your life, about your work. I have been doing practicing meditation for a long time, almost 12, 13 years. This has been a long time I've been doing this. So that's like, if anybody has this practice of like mindfulness or journaling, you will see that a lot of stress will go away very fast. And another way to manage your energy is like working out every single day, almost every single day. We have people in our life that takes a lot of energy, especially if you have a very difficult client, if you have a difficult relationship, right? So that takes a lot of energy to maintain. So you need to cut some negative people from your life to have more energy.
Absolutely, absolutely. I completely agree with that. Sometimes it's just hard to even do the basic things because we lead such busy lives. Can you share more about your daily life routines or even just your morning routine so we can get a better idea of how we can prioritize those things and still, go to work and complete our responsibilities?
Awesome. And you're going to love this. So in the morning, when I wake up, I try to wake up 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning every single day. And the first thing I do a 20 minutes of meditation. That's all, without even thinking. And back to back, I do 20 minutes of exercise, 20 minutes of journaling, 20 minutes of reading. The 20 minutes increment, so that's at least 80 minutes of work. That's my me time, that's my personal development time, that's my self love time. That's my focus on in the beginning of the day. That's I have learned this from so many people, that if you look at like very successful people's life, whom are like not in terms of success, not in terms of only money, also in terms of health or abundance or the rich relationship, you will see that they have some sort of morning rituals. So I journal every single day. So recently the way I journal is, I write down three important things in that day that I want to do. Also the thing I'm grateful for. Also the people I am going to interact throughout the day. Also I write down what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, my goals and vision. So the different days have different kind of journal. So it just pouring out my thought in the paper. So that is all about. Also I read 20 minutes from like any personal development books. All right, so that's how I motivate myself every single day in the morning.
Thank you for listening to Beyond the Label podcast. In this short break, I want to talk about your business. If you have a business, you need a website. What's the best way to get a website up and running? Choose a website hosting company that makes it simple, like Pair Networks. Pair has over 20 years of experience managing the entire digital ecosystem for thousands of online businesses all around the world. Pair makes it easy for you with do-it-yourself website building tools and features, including simple drag and drop page design. And they have guaranteed US-based support technicians ready to help you whenever you need it. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Right now, when you sign up with Pair Networks, you'll receive 1 free month of web hosting. See for yourself how easy it is to build your website for free. Visit pair.com/free to get your first month of website hosting for free by using the code QUICKSTART. That's pair.com/free, promo code QUICKSTART to get started today.
People should have time for themselves, at least 1 or 2 hours for themselves, and like this is the most important thing. Like your job, your business, your family, your work, like all these things exist because you want to be happy. I think that taking time for like ourselves or is very underrated. Like who wants to be successful, who wants to be happy, and like your podcast is all about self love, right? So if anybody wants to practice self love, he or she needs time for himself or herself, right?
Yeah. I think a lot of us will find that useful because for me as well, the first thing I do in the morning is to write down my intentions for that day and each day, like how I want to feel. And it's not just the things that I need to do. It's more like, okay, so today I want to feel peaceful or feeling calm, feeling happy. I think those are the important things that we need to carry on throughout the day instead of just worrying about the tasks that we haven't finished. I want to ask more about your experiences with mental illness because I know that before you became a coach and a fitness instructor, you battled with mental health issues. And can you share with us more about that experience and how you go through that and become who you are now?
Yeah. So the person I am right now, it took me a long time to get to this place where I'm really grateful about every single thing in my life. When I was like 15, 16, I went through like very deep, dark space, and that is I went through severe depression. I wanted to kill myself every single day. When we are depressed, when we are not happy, it is more about imbalanced perspective of life than what is really happening in our life. Like we don't see things as they are. And when I was like 15, 16, when you didn't know, I didn't know about personal development, I didn't know about meditation, I didn't know about exercise. And actually, I was very much of a novice about all these things. So I had a very bad relationship with my parents, and that's why it was started. And I didn't feel like I don't have any, like my existence is not important in this world, and like it is one of the most scariest and like pathetic feeling in the world. And so that's what happened. So I went through like 2 or 3 years of like very severe depression, and then I started learning about meditation, exercise, and then that's when I started learning about life coaching. Then I started learning about fitness, meditation, and that's when this journey really started. I started reading a lot about like, hey, hot happiness is, hot well-being is, and hot like self-love is, and what is the meaning of life. And I started asking questions about, hey, if I don't know where I am right now, and I always felt that I am here in this art to contribute something, to do something um, meaningful. So I was trying to find out, hey, how can I be useful in this world? And figured out, hey, I still don't know like what I'm going to do, like when what I'm going to do and what's my passion or purpose are. But at least I can start taking care of myself. And
Mm.
I've seen a deeper wound in me, that is like I didn't like my parents. I actually hated them. I don't like what I'm studying in that time. I don't know where it's taking me. So this formal education thing is not very inspiring for me as well. And like the every relationship I was trying to get into, I was getting heartbreaks from all of them. And so I was in a mess. But I know if I can take care of my body and mind, I will have all the strength in me to work on my mission. I started getting clear about life. And that's when I find out what I should be really doing with my life. And before that, when I was going through depression and all this bad stuff that I thought is bad, I think it was a blessing because I went through all this stuff. Now I can help people who is going through the same thing that I was
Yeah.
going through. And like you can only help people from your experience. So that's when I feel like, hey, I know how this exercise, this mindset stuff, this meditation works. And like maybe I'm not the best in the world, but like I can start helping people who is just starting out and who wants to take
Wow.
care of their body and mind. And like then I thought, hey, I need to do this because I think that's a sign. And all these things that I went through, now I was started to connecting dots. And when I started to connect in dots, I found my mission, I found my purpose. What is called, I think, in it world, it is called ikigai, the purpose of living. So I found my ikigai, and I started seeing more of the sign that I found my ikigai, because you see that line that I told you, follow your beliefs, and the universe will open doors while there is only walls.
I'm just hearing that story and I'm feeling like I'm watching a movie.
Yeah, there is more to it. Just a brief.
Like when you were sharing your story, I just keep feeling like things happen for a reason. You went through all that suffering and distancing yourself from people so that you can really find yourself, and you went to that silent meditation, which sounds so powerful. And you, it kind of sounds like from there you realized your purpose, and that you want to help people and pull them out of the darkness that you were once in. And that is just so powerful, that that is your purpose now.
Yeah, I think I have already discovered a very tip of the iceberg of me and what I want to do in this world. I think there is more to learn and more to explore. So let's see how it goes.
And I want to ask, because I think from your sharing, it was so empowering that you shared about when you were in depression, you were suffering from all those mental illnesses and how you got out of them. So I'm actually curious to know what advice you have for someone who has loved ones, like family members or friends, who are suffering from that kind of mental illness and they want to help. Because I think when you're in that dark stage, where I've been myself as well, I just don't want to talk to anyone. I push people away and I hurt people who loves me. So what advice do you have for those family and friends? Like, what can they do or how can they support?
Oh, that's a great question, Liam. And the best way to help your loved ones, your friends who is going through this, the best way to help them is to be there
Mm,
and just listen. And sometimes we just want to talk, we just talk, and we don't need any advice. I think the only people that can help them is like experts, like professionals. If you're not a professional, like a psychologist or maybe a life coach, you can't actually help them in a deeper way. And the best way to help these people is to show love and be present for them, and just listen to them,
mm,
and like be really compassionate, become a really compassionate listener, and don't say things like, hey, everything will be all right. When I was in my in those years, I was looking for someone who can understand me, who can listen to me, and I found nobody.
mm.
And like, no, none of my family members knows about these things. Also, I think they have their own personal trauma. Also, they have their own suffering as well. So if you are not educated enough about all these things, like, you can't actually help someone. And so I think that's the best way. Just be present, just become a compassionate listener. Yeah, just be there.
That's really great advice because I also think that when I hear that when people say like, "Oh, everything's gonna be okay," or that I know right that moment I don't feel that way. Like I just feel like everything's collapsing and I just want company, exactly like you said, like to be patient and compassionate to really just listen. I think what you're doing now, like in your own line of work, you're also kind of doing that job as a professional to coach people and to help people to be their fitness coach and to help them elevate themselves. So I want to ask more about your work actually. I know your fitness academy is called
Bengal calisthenics. Yeah.
Bengal Calisthenics. Can you tell us more about what that means and what is your mission behind it?
Yeah. So, the my main mission about health and fitness. So Bengal calisthenics is a part of my mission. It's not my whole mission. All right. Right now, my mission is to rebranding fitness, like literally rebranding fitness. We think that fitness is all about exercise and nutrition. Go to the gym, just work out. The fitness is much more than about like exercise and nutrition. So fitness is, some people will say lifestyle. Definitely, it's a lifestyle, but it's more of a mindset, more of a like a way of being than doing. Another part is having this is fitness mindset, that is like really exploring your uncomfortable space. That is like when you're working out, you see that when you go to a place that really uncomfortable to do some exercise, but that's where this growth happens. That's why this you break down your muscle, then you rest and you recover and you go further than that. And that also happens in every aspects of our life. It's in your business, in your relationship, and like really pushing our limits every single day. So I started from there because I was practicing calisthenics for so many years, and calisthenics really helped me because when I started learning handstand, it shifted my mindset, then my body. So I learned that skill after 2 years of practice, constant practice. So I learned that skill. Like, I fall down and come back maybe 1,000 times to learn that skill. And when finally I learned handstand, I channel that skill from calisthenics to my life. That is, there is no failure. Every failure is a feedback. So when I was failing to do handstand, I tried different approach to learn handstand. Also, dedication and perseverance and passions, I channel that into other areas of life, like in my business. When I was really failing, I started to seeing things as, hey, this is just a feedback. I need to approach these things in a different way. If you are taking same actions and you are expecting different results, you are dumb or you are mad. If you want different kind of results, if you want great results or good results, you need to take like different approach or different actions. And the only way you can take different actions is think differently. And right now I'm trying to teach that thing to other people. And that's why I'm not only doing like a fitness coaching, I'm also doing lifestyle coaching. And a lot of people come to me because they want to take care of their body so that they can take care of their family too. So if somebody comes to me, hey, I want to be a model, I want to have a six-pack app. By the way, I appreciate that mindset. That's awesome that people just want to take care of their body, but I can deliver more. Right now, that's my purpose right now, that I want to help people with their physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Also help other fitness coaches to take care of other people physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
That is so important. I love what you're doing. It sounds like an amazing job and you're helping so many people because when I think of a fitness coach, all I can think of is, going to the gym and pushing people do reps and run on a treadmill. But from what I'm hearing that your work, you're not just improving their physical health, you're also improving their mental and spiritual health, which I think are equally or maybe more important than working out because when you have a good mindset, you can also excel in your work, in your relationship, and it can really change you into a better direction. And that's amazing.
Yeah, and I have been in fitness for like more than a decade, and also working with people for last few years. I have seen that like in order to change your outer world, you need to change your inner world first. If I want to help people like to really take care of themselves for the long run, I need to teach them how to build that habit, to build that lifestyle, so they can benefit from my coaching and for the long run.
Thank you so much for sharing that. We're actually down to our last question of this interview, and it links back to everything that we've been talking about self love and improving your mental health and your general health. Is what do you love about yourself?
That's a great question. What I love about myself, and I think what I love about myself is my dedication towards personal growth. In a way, I'm kind of selfish because I made my career or my life in a way that supports my personal growth. And even I'm working with people, I am learning from them. And that's the only reason I think I'm teaching people. Not only also share my experience or help people. Also, I'm learning a lot from people. Like all this, so that I can be better in my life, and I don't want to regret after like 10 or 20 years that hey, I should have done more. So what I love about myself is I have this constant inspiration towards personal growth and exploring discomforting space in myself. So I want to break that stigma as well, because like self love is not about like being in a comfort zone. True self love comes from like exploring your uncomfortable space, and exploring your dark side, exploring your like shadow side. I think like accepting yourself from all the good things to all the bad things, that creates more self love and self healing than any other doing only good things to yourself.
Amazing. No, I just can't stop agreeing with you because I do think for self-love it's just so important and there's so many different ways to do it. It's not just indulging yourself in all the best things, going to the best restaurants, it's also working on your inner self and when you are satisfied within, I think life can be so much easier.
Absolutely. I think there is a great quote from I forget who it was name. It's called "Easy choice, hard life; hard choice, easy life." So, if
Oh.
people are looking for really good life, they need to take some hard choice about themselves and really look into our life from a scientific perspective, like very objective. You need to merge this science and art in yourself so that you can become a living, breathing piece of art. so you
Hmm.
can become more useful to the world, you can contribute more, and so you can love more people.
Absolutely, absolutely. It all comes from the self and from within. Thank you so much for sharing all of that with us today. I think we've learned a lot from you, just your experiences with mental health and how you've eventually found your purpose. Now you're doing all these amazing things to help people. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lian. I think people needs to share their story, share their story that how they overcome their struggle, their suffering, so that we can help more people. And you are doing just that, Lian. I'm really deeply appreciate your effort to learn more about people, so that this is a co-creating space that you are building. I think you are doing really great, Lian. And thank you so much for inviting me, so that I can share my story.
Thank you so much as well. I really appreciate that. I think, yeah, it's really important for us to share our stories and to aim to inspire as many people as we can who are going through something that we went through. Where can the audiences find you? Can you share your Facebook, your Instagram, how people can reach out to you if they have more questions or want to know more about your business?
So if you write down Tanvir Hassan coaching, you will find me, and you will see a lot of crazy workouts video. You will immediately know that's me. So go to Instagram or Facebook, and like my username is Tanvir Hassan coaching. You will find me there.
Perfect, perfect. I do think a lot of the audiences are interested to see the work that you do and also your workout stuff as well. Thank you so much, and we hope to talk to you very soon.
Hi, have a great day, Lian, and yeah, best wishes for your podcast.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Beyond the Label. Don't forget to subscribe and to follow our Instagram at The Blue Journal for your daily dose of self love.